Okay, so you reached the promised land. You are now a funded trader. You can post videos on YouTube, you can post stories on Instagram. People will finally take you serious. And that's not necessarily a good thing, but I'm sad to tell you this, but the hard part is just starting for you. Now, as you can see, the profit target doesn't... sorry, how did this get here? Okay, so you don't have a profit target, the maximum drawdown stays the same, and you don't have any minimum trading days. You will get a profit split of minimum 80% each month of your profit. So the first do, and this is quite an emphasizable point, is celebrate. It's okay to rejoice. You did something that 95% of the traders, according to statistics, managed to accomplish. So huge pat on the back, but don't stop there, because now the hard part begins. Your fruit trees finally blossomed, and now it's time for you to harvest the rewards. Saying this, it's okay to lower your risk percent per trade, because now you don't necessarily have to rush yourself to get to 5% or to 10% each month, or each 15 days, or each 10 days. That depends on you. Your main purpose here is to make money. So you don't have any targets. It's okay to lower your risk and to shelter yourself from variance a bit here. As I said, the main goal now shifts from making that 10% or 5% in 30 or 60 days to capital protection. Your main goal here, as we said in the previous lessons, is for you to not lose money. It's okay to refine your system. It's actually recommended because market conditions change on a monthly basis, so you have to keep yourself one step ahead of the market, but that's something that we will cover in further lessons, where we will get into some technical aspects. Strictly regarding mindset aspects, these are the things that you should do. And the most important, and I cannot emphasize this enough, it's okay to reward yourself with the financial gains from your funded account, but your main priority should be to build your own account on which you will trade for yourself. Keep in mind that prop firms won't stay around you. I heard of some prop firms closing. I don't know what happened with the traders that had funded accounts with them, but keep that in mind. Use each cent that you get out of prop firms to fund your own trading dream, and to get to the level that you can trade your own account with enough capital without having to rely on prop firms. Now, switching to don'ts. Again, as I said, it's okay to celebrate, but don't be overly ecstatic, because this enthusiasm pump works two ways. It can either motivate you, or it can either push you to do foolish things. One of the most foolish things that you can do is look at your profits in dollars, or whichever currency you're into, and not in percentages. Now, I recall myself doing this, seeing a trade going up, let's say $500, and I wasn't looking at those $500 as just being 1%. I got quite good at quick maths and figured in the instant how much of that money will actually get into my pocket. That's a huge mindset flaw that I want you guys to avoid, and I wish someone would have told me that before starting to manage my own funded account. Now, given that we are talking about your own money, again, human nature here will intervene and will sabotage you a bit, because you will be tempted to close your winnings short, just to bank that profit, just going to bed and saying, hey, I made $300 today, and that's quite good for me. Well, that's not quite good for you, because your mindset shifted. And again, as I said in the previous lessons, there is no point in changing something that worked up to now. So keep track of your profits and losses in percentages. I will emphasize this as much and as often as I need, because you guys have to keep this concept clear in your mind, because it will stop you doing foolish things or greedy things in the market. Again, correlated to this, you do not have to bank daily certain sums of money. So you don't have to have goals like today I will make $200. Nope. Today your goal will be to stick to your system, to trade as you traded when you pass the challenge, when you pass the verification. I know you may tell yourself that, okay, I made 10% in 5 days and 5% in another 3. In 30 days up to the next profit split, I can make 30%. Yeah, you can make it, but what's the point? I mean, the sum, being a funded trader means that you upheld the challenge of verification, which meant that you didn't have this money to start with. So the sum may be daunting, and don't think of getting rich up to now. So don't think of getting rich in 2 or 3 months. Again, your main goal in the few first months of having a funded account, your main goals are listed like this. So first of all, protect your capital, do not lose your account. Second of all, look at profits in percentages and not in dollars. The same applies to losers. So don't think that you lost $1,000. No, you lost 2% or you lost 5%, whatever happens. But don't think in dollars, because that will hurt your mindset. And the most important takeaway that you guys have to get from this lesson is that the main bulk of the sum that you get from prop firms should go in your personal account, so that you will get to a point eventually where you will not have to rely on prop firms to fund you to trade. It's okay to use them as a leverage for yourself and as a training ground for your risk and your mindset, but that's it. You don't want to be an FTMO funded trader for life. You want to be a trader for life, and that's a huge difference. Okay, so thanks for sticking around. So we covered the challenge mindset, we covered the verification mindset, now we covered the funded trader mindset. The next lesson will cover some common and general mindset flaws that I noticed on my part. So see you there.